Greeting viewers, FireShark welcome all its viewers in today's video. Today we will discuss about IP address parts, that is network and host. In our previous video we have discussed about what is IP address. Now we will move forward with its parts. So these are the objectives that we will cover in this video. As we have seen, IP address is a 32-bit number. It uniquely identifies a host, computer or other device such as printer or router on TCP/IP network. IP addresses are normally expressed in dotted decimal format with 4 numbers separated by periods. We have already discussed its structure in our previous lecture. If you have any doubt, you can move back and revise it once again. To understand how the subnet masks are used to distinguish between host, the network and subnetworks, examine an IP address in binary notation. The 8-bit section is known as octet. The example IP address then becomes in a octet form. For TCP/IP wide area network, WAN to work efficiently as collection of networks, the router that pass packets of data between networks don't know the exact location of host for which the packet of information is designed. Routers only know that the network and host is a member of and use information stored in their route table to determine how the packet to the destination host network. After the packet is delivered to the destination network, the packet is delivered to the appropriate host. For this process to work, an IP address has 2 parts. The first part of IP address is used as network address. We will see in figure how the component of parts of a typical IP address is denoted in our next slide. This, yes, the above figure shows the how network part and host part are divided. The IP address of 129.142.30.56, how it is distributed in network part and host part. The first part of IP address is used as network address and the last part is used as host address. If you take the example, it can be divided into 2 parts like this. The host part, the network part is also known as prefix, while the host part is also known as the suffix part. Network ID. Now, the network part of IPv4 address is on the left-hand side of the IP address. It specifies the particular network to where the IPv4 address belongs. The network position of the address also identifies the IP address class of the IPv4 address. The network ID identifies the network segment to which the host belongs. A network segment is a logical division of a network into unique numeric network IDs called as subnets. Hosting IDs. The host part of the IPv4 address uniquely identifies the device or the interface on your network. Hosts that have same network position can communicate with one another directly without the need of traffic to be routed. The host ID identifies an individual host on some specific network segment. The host ID is a part of IP address that is not taken by the network ID. A host can communicate directly only with other hosts on the same network segment. A host must use a router to communicate with the host on the other subnet. It identifies a specific device in the ICP, TCP/IP would be called as device host in the network. So the router moves packet from one subnet to another. In addition, a router reads the network ID for packet destination address and determines whether the packet should remain on the certain subnet or should be routed to different subnet. When the router delivers a packet to the correct subnet, the router then uses the host ID portion of the destination address to deliver the packet to its final destination. That's it from today's video. We will discuss about the parts of IP address in our next video. Until then, keep watching the videos. Thanks for watching.